Hello my lovelies and welcome to Diamond Painting Titanic. Just want to point out that the next video will be back to live. As some of you know, I'm very busy crewing for Betty Blue Eyes, which yes, ends on Saturday. Yes! It's been a long busy week and I really want the final to hurry up now because it's not the same doing lives. I'm missing the lives a bit. I haven't had a chance to find that colour. There's a story behind that and I'll go into that right now. So, as some of you know, I gave my Twiggy figure away for the, you know, the Route Master build that Harshette did. Because my bus at the moment is at a standstill. So, I thought, well, I'm never going to get Twiggy in there. You know, because it's going to be very challenging trying to get, you know, the top deck. So I don't know if Agora are bringing out the figures. So I thought, well, rather than chuck it in the bin, because I don't like seeing things that are like just hanging about doing nothing. So, with the exception, obviously, of a Route Master build. And it was just in the way, you know, it was, you know, I couldn't really put it in the bus, so I gave it to a chap that watches my channel and I sent the diamond painting box that this painting drills were in to obviously transport her over to Kent. And then the guy that obviously received it very kindly sent me it back because I said, like, I'm gonna need that box back because it's for my drills. And obviously, if I help someone out, I will always cover the costs. So if I need something, say like I send my drill box over as a transportation thing for it, I'll always like cover the costs of, you know, returning it back. So yeah, she went off for pastures new, as they call it. She went off to live with another supporter, or, you know, someone who builds these things. So that's why I haven't been able to get the blue, the BMW, because obviously I've been packing away the drills that were sitting on a shelf waiting for the box to come back. So I've been doing that. Then obviously all through the week, which started Monday, we had the grand opening of Betty Blue Eyes, the musical. It's a fairly oldish musical because it came out in 2011. And it's basically about a pig. The star of the attraction is a pig. The set is lovely. We've got like a big glass sort of circle window thing that looks a bit like a darts board. So it's just been very, very busy. And on a Friday, we do, obviously at the time of recording this, is about 2 in the afternoon. And on a Friday, we do Chinese or sometimes an Indian after the show's finished. So obviously, we all finish the show about 10 o'clock and then we go off to one of the restaurants in Whittam. I think that's a good stopping point because it's getting to a rectangle again. And then we all have a Chinese just to celebrate the show, really. And then obviously Saturday is the one that's, you know, the one that wears you out, because obviously we have what's called a matinee. So a matinee, or matinee if you like, is basically a show in the afternoon. So that happens about 2:30. Then we have another one at 7:30. So it's like, we get like a very short, probably about a 2-hour break before the next one. And a lot of the cast will tend to stay on, you know, at the theatre. They won't go home and then come back, because by the time you sort of sat down for about 10 minutes, the time goes so quick and you're back on for the next one. So tomorrow will be obviously the matinee, then at 7:30 the big final, and then obviously at 10 o'clock the show will finish, and then obviously crew get straight onto the set, taking it all down. and prepping the stage ready for the next obviously show, because we do tribute shows. We've got Sue Pollard, yes, the actual person. It's not a tribute, it's the real person. Check it out on Google, Sue Pollard, and put in Witham Public Hall, and you'll see that she's coming to Witham. You know, the one that goes howdy hi. So yeah, and then obviously, yeah, so she's coming along. So we got that happening, and then it'll be back to normal Sunday, and we'll be doing, I've got to sort out next week's rota because I'm not entirely sure what we got. It's a nice week next week because Tuesday and Wednesday I'm off, so it means that I could probably do an afternoon. I don't know what I'm going to be doing Tuesday yet because I've got this surveyor coming round. For some reason they won't book this repair until, basically we've been promised new windows since 2021, and they want to upgrade everyone's house in this block into a, it's called UPVC windows, and obviously the latest excuse is COVID-19. Well, that's a load of rubbish because COVID-19 restrictions were eased by Boris Johnson, what, a couple of months ago? So they can't keep palming it off on, oh, it's COVID, you know. That won't wash with me, you know. You can't keep fobbing it off with that. So before they come and sort it, they're going to give epoxy surveyor, come all the way, write in his little notepad, and then go away again. Because I've registered a complaint, because I'm like, you know, you've told me 2021, I was still, and then they said, oh, it's still on the 5-year spectrum, what, to replace a window? No, what it is you don't want to pay money, you don't want to spend money on the upgrade. So, obviously, that is the problem with this landlord. They don't like spending money. So they gave me this stupid sliding window that was fitted last year, basically, that sits in front of the external window, and yeah, it does nothing but create an air pocket of cold air. So I made a complaint, and I'm like, right, I want to keep pushing this because, you know, enough is enough now. You know, you've told me, you keep coming up, and there was a pattern going on. There was like, you know, constant excuses. Oh, it's still COVID. And then the next one was like, I was still on the 5-year spectrum. And I'll give them that because obviously it's, you know, still within 5 years. But, you know, come on, guys. 5 years. Critical Windows in Witham could probably create a window in less than a week. So, I don't agree with that. So, got a lot of emails going back and forth with that. I've brought back Sweet Mouthful mixes. Obviously, as I said, Sweet Packs is no longer to be, because obviously they're basically boshing one company on the head, really. When I was speaking to the owner, she was saying that it's just so, it's very, like, not difficult, but they run, basically they do Sweet Packs, they do Panda Smile, they do sweet freezed dried sweets and Sweet Mouthful mixes. Well, of course, that's 4 companies, and they're saying that they're going to be merging Sweet Packs with Sweet Mouthful mixes. So obviously the subscriptions that you used to get with Sweet Packs will be merged into Sweet Mouthful mixes. And I did do a video the other day. By the way, the reason why that video was lagging is, you know, a while back I had an issue with the router and it was a cable issue. The street cabinet got flooded. Well, all of a sudden the internet went off. So obviously the normal case is when you've got broadband issue is, you know, check if the cable's accidentally been pulled out. You know, have you paid your bill? The most common cause is not paying a bill. If you've not paid that bill, they will put a bar on the line, and that restricts you from getting on the internet until you paid your bill. So obviously my mum checked that on her broadband provider and it was paid. So then my brother was having a little bit of a, you know, trying to figure out what the hell was going on, because we did have at one point, there was this funny scenario we picked, every time we use like the landline, it would cut the internet off, and then the minute you put the handset back in the phone, it would then, you know, play the internet. So that was, so he was checking all around the, you know, the wiring, because the wire goes under the flooring, and then links up to the back of the TV, just to keep it tangle free. Sort of runs along the sort of skirting board, but under the floor. And we checked that, that's okay. So we gave them a call, and apparently it's a street cabinet issue that they're aware of, and it's affected the whole of the row. So yeah, at the moment I've had to, when I've obviously visited over there, because I've had a couple of packages, I've had to tether, I've had to put my mobile data on and tether it to the laptop, because you can link it to the laptop to get internet. So of course that was causing the thingamajig. So at the moment there's 3 days, apparently it can take 2 to 3 days, and I'm like, you know, get yourself some compensation. And she's like, no. And I'm like, but she doesn't like asking for things. So yeah, if that was me, I'll but say, look, that's 3 days, you know, but it is what it is. So that's why that video was a little bit baffling. The works video that I did from .co.uk, I've actually removed it because it is so buffering. It's just going to have to be, you know, a video that will have to be redone, I suppose. I don't know if I want to redo it though, because I've took them all out of the boxes for the paintings. But for people that did watch that video, you've roughly got the idea what I got and that. So unfortunately, when I do a video, I'll always watch it back to make sure that, you know, 1, we've got audio, 2, it's not lagging. Because no one wants to see lagging in a video. But sometimes it can't be helped. I haven't forgot about that engine. It's still there, and I will try and take a picture. As I said, I need to try and take a picture from the other way. So that's still there. There's not really a lot else I can tell you, because obviously I've been so busy with doing the Betty Blue Eyes. The next show is not till October, which is nice, because we only do the shows in half-term breaks. You've got the adult group, which is Whittam Amateur Operatic Society, and then you've got the younger group, which is Whittam Operatic Workshop. I don't know what the next show is at this moment, because obviously it all depends on licensing. A license can take several years for a production license, because they can't just perform the shows, they have to get a license to do it. So tomorrow I've actually got the weekend off. Can you believe it? No one likes doing the weekends, and I was like, right, I've helped her out a lot now, so you know, I want a weekend off. So I'm having the weekend off, and I was thinking about doing this because we still haven't done the Bismarck, so it's gonna have to be, I'm thinking probably do the Bismarck tomorrow. We'll have to put the sunflower and the violet butterfly and put that on, say, next week. Or what I may do is Sunday, I'll push the hummingbird back and we may do the sunflower then. So, as I said, I'm not in a rush to do it. Let me have a look here, something's gone wrong. So, what's happened here? D, G. Okay, that looks okay to me. D. Okay, cool. Sorry, I thought it I thought it was a little bit pear-shaped then. So yeah. And then obviously I had a massive delivery of, what was it that came? Something came. The Titanic. So I've got Titanic come, because I'm going to be doing the Eagle Moss one. Then I got Vasapack 5. I still haven't done Vasapack 1 yet, but they just keep coming and coming and coming. They're £80 a pack, so it ain't cheap, and I have to pay for them. But yeah, I mean, I think this is the first build I've done that has got a backlog where I've not even completed it. I'm very tempted to just keep the boxes piled up until we get the last shipment and then just build it all from there, like in one. That could be like the 24-hour stream. Yeah, get all the boxes in and then just build it for 24 hours, or we may even finish it sooner than that. So then obviously I filmed the Eddie Stobart. So for those of you that haven't seen that yet, it's basically looking like that. Matthew Boreham, if you're watching, I do understand you said that I put this round the wrong way or something. I think you mean that part. If that is the case, or I think you mean that. If that's the case, I will take a look in that. I haven't replied to your comment yet, because obviously when someone says on my channel you've done, you know, perhaps that part wrong, I will leave that comment there and I will go back and check before I reply to it, because I have to make sure that, one, it is a valid comment, and two, you know, I need to make sure that it is correct. But I don't think that I think that is right, but I will check it, as I said. That pin could be quite difficult to get that out. If that's, we'll have to push something underneath that to remove it, but we will have a look at that. So you can see that black pipe in the way. So yeah, so next week I've got to do that update video as well. We've got next week, because we've got issue 100 of the Spitfire now, there's going to be a special update for that video. So we'll be doing that. We've got loads of Dodge Charger to get through, loads of Power Stones, yeah, and hopefully Titanic, because for some reason, even though it's supposed to be weekly from issue 8, or is it issue 10, I seem to have no issue again, so hopefully it's there this week. I think it's issue 10, but I keep saying issue 8, but it's nice when it's fortnightly, because you get a bit of, you get 1 week where you don't have to pay, but I do like it weekly, because I like to do a little bit on it each week, so yeah. So I've got lots to catch up on. As I said in that theworks.co.uk unboxing thing, as I said, the videos in there will not, the paintings in that video will not be on this channel. So that will be on the new channel. I'm still going to be doing the existing paintings. Obviously, this is the last project. So what I mean by that is I'm not going to do any ones that I do in unboxings and show you on unboxings. They're not going to be on this channel. They'll be on the sister channel. Because I'm trying to keep paintings separate from the builds. So, yeah. It's a bit annoying. I wanted to do that smoke, which is this black part, but the priority was to, because I don't like cancelling things. I like to, where possible, do it. I'll only ever cancel a stream if, you know, I'm stuck over in Whitton waiting for a driver or something. By the way, that painting that I said about that rose dog, it's actually a lot better than I thought. It's actually, it's obviously all black still, but it's got a tinge of blue in it, so I think it'll be okay. Oh, look at that, we're starting the top of that. That'll be good. Oh, wow, that's all right. That looks really nice. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Then we've got B. I don't think... That's Valentino Rossi fell on the floor. Crap. Yeah, I don't think we've got B. So, yeah, we'll cover that in an... I know it's here somewhere, but we'll cover it in a different video. Okay, so that's that one. And then... And then, I don't know. Oh, and I forgot to do that back. Oh, that's a G in... No, that's C. So, we've got to go back, obviously, here, and then this line here. But I didn't want to cancel. I wanted to get at least something out the way. So yeah. And when I say I'm filming this at 2 o'clock, I mean like early hours of the morning. So that's why it looks like it's a bit dark. So yeah, it is, because that's the only sort of time I could do it for pre-record. And then when you see it, it will be coming up around about 10 PM. Because obviously what I like to do is if I miss the 7:30, then I will do it at 10 PM instead. So that'll be coming up at 10 PM, which is when I will be leaving the theatre and going to the Chinese with the crew. It's really good because it's really weird because like the crew have a separate dinner to the cast. So basically the cast all go off and have theirs and we have our separate one. Because obviously you can't fit everyone in the same restaurant. I mean, there'd be no room for any of the public, you know. So we have to sort of half do Chinese and half do Indian, you know, for something to eat. Or what we tend to do, the previous year, we had it in 2 days. So half of us went to one restaurant, Indian, and then half of us went to another Indian restaurant. So, yeah, it's really nice. Obviously, the next couple of layers on this have got some colour going into it. What I'd like to do on Titanic is some of the lighting. I'd like to get started on some of that. Which would be quite good. So yeah, that would be quite nice. So yeah. Oh, look at that whistle. Have a little whistle, woo, whistle, woo, la 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 la. Have a little whistle, woo. That comes from Pinocchio, doesn't it? Oh, I love the Italian version. There's an Italian version, and the puppet looks so realistic. And he goes, "Papa, please do not leave me out of here. Papa, please do not leave me out here. Papa." Because obviously in in Italian, they say. So over here in English, we call it like dad, but over there, they say papa, which is basically dad, granddad, or mama, you know, so mama or mum, mother, you know. I don't like the word mother. I think it makes you sound older than what you are. So for me, it has to be mummy. I don't care how old I am. I will always say mummy, and I don't care if people laugh at that, because for me it's how I want to do it. Oh, that's such a shame. I wanted to get that done. So what we'll do is we'll bring it down if the battery will let us, but I think actually what we'll do, because I really want to get to that black colour, we'll leave it there. That's a very good stopping point, because I feel like if we continue there, we're not going to get that blocked up. It wouldn't feel right. So we'll do this square, we'll do the rest of this square when we find this black, and then we can finish that off and then all ready for the next block, rather than, you know, finish it, get a little bit of hole and then start the next block. We would lose time on this block filling that section in. So I think that's a good way to do it. So hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Titanic will be next week on next Friday, and it will be live. Obviously don't forget it's May bank holiday on the 3rd, and remember May has half a dozen, because obviously for some apparent reason there's so many bank holidays in May. If anyone knows why that is, do let me know, because I detest with a big passion bank holidays. Because it mucks everything up, you know, shops are shut, you know, trains are all up the wall. It's the whole point of bank holidays, the banks are shut, you know. But anyway, so that's what the colour looks like at the moment. As you can see, it's like a really dark sort of midnighty sky. That is gorgeous. So I hope you like that video. Take care. We'll see you next Friday live. Bye bye now.